Well, this is Mouse again, and this is episode 2 of Baten Katios. So we haven't even started battling yet, so let's try and get out of this town and... Although I'm probably going to talk to everyone before that. Let's try and get out of this town and start getting ready for some fights. Alright, so talk to the old guy, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. When you get old, even pulling weeds feel like hard labor. You're an unfamiliar face. Not around from here, are you? Well, I hope you enjoy your visit. Nothing there, so we go into the hut. We have people. This prancer is sensitive to hot weather. He's growing weak from the saddle soothed heat. If you lived in a cooler climate, I'm sure to recover, but what can I do? The milk and eggs produced here are sold east of this village in Fricad. With the money from the sales, we buy goods in the city. That's our way of life in Celebrai. Okay. Take a look around, look behind you. Those prancers sure are something, right? The common horse is no match for its standout strength. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna keep reading all of this. I'm just gonna go and talk through them. If there's something specifically... Oh, hello there. It's a fine day today, isn't it? I hope it doesn't get much better. Now, this is kind of important because you see how their name is differentiated. I can't afford. You see how this lady doesn't have a name, but here this lady has woman with a bracelet. Mintaka. So I think that you have to remember that there are people with bracelets. This is probably going to be important soon. Oh, there's something there. Pot is filled with freshly squeezed milk. It smells sweet and delicious. If we had some kind of container, we'd be able to carry this thing. Let's leave it for now. Okay, so another feature of this game is kind of like, it's a little bit like I guess Zelda-ish, in where you can carry items around. We obviously don't have the thing for it right now, but later in the game we do receive like these containers. You're able to carry items around and you sort of, I guess, trade them to people, and they give you like little token Magnus, as well as they might give you access to new things to hold in your container. And you slowly trade these things around the island, and eventually you get, you know, some super Magnus for all your trouble.
Oh, you must be a traveler. I'll bet you're from Fricad, right? Isn't this village boring? I mean, there's nothing to do here. Oh, how I long for Fricad. Ancient capital of stone, jewel of the east, city of my hopes and dreams. Outsiders might not see what's so special about a small city on this frontier island, but I can hardly wait each week for the day when we sell our wares in the city. One of these days, I'm going to run into a lord in the street, or maybe a young wealthy merchant.
Maybe.
Then our eyes will meet, and it's love at first sight. Oh, how romantic. I can hardly wait. Oh, stop it. You're daydreaming again. Such silly thoughts won't get the cow's milk.
So you see how her hearts of the wing are, I guess, came out? They're supposed to come out when you are, I guess, fighting or when you are emotional. So hers came out, and you can see they're quite a bit smaller than Callus's, even though he only has one wing. So I guess, by definition, having large wings maybe makes you a main character in this game?
Even if you do run into someone like that, heaven knows what he'd do to a country girl like you. He'd play with your head and leave you the moment he finds another young girl. Just because we have wings doesn't mean we should be fluttering on such childish dreams.
And of course, like many JRPGs, they try and impart these small kernels of wisdom, which I guess you can follow or not.
Plant your feet firmly on the ground and take careful steps, slowly but surely. That's our way of life in this village. I know. But everyone likes to flutter on about romantic dreams at my age. All right, honey. You can dream all you want, once you've finished your chores.
I guess that replaces TV and video games, huh? Romantic daydreaming.
What a drag.
Okay. I think I've gotten everything here for now. So definitely have to come back for that PAL smell. It'll probably be important somewhere in the future.
Hey! You're the one Mimai saved, right?
And can you guess who is Mimai?
Glad to see you're up and walking around.
Yeah?
Whoa. Is this him? Her? Mimai? Is this who brought me here?
Uh-huh. Mimai's really cool.
Yep, just like every JRPG at the time, you need some sort of cute, squishy, kind of strange looking mascot character that you can turn into a plushie. Too bad I don't think I ever saw any of these as a plushie.
See around here, and helpful too.
I see. Well, thanks, Mimai. I owe you one.
I just want to squeeze it. It looks so cute. Where is it? Thank you so. Ah, so cute. I wish I could get one. Let's see, anything missing? Daddy told me to be outside with my sister. Nothing inside. That sounds a little bit like me. Careful. It is. Okay. I guess these kids don't have too much to say. At an acceptable level, they don't zoom the camera in on you. So. I guess that'd be us, unconscious traveling. Yeah, see, I can't even, I don't know if I'm, there we go. Path to Forget is the ancient capital. So it sounds like we have to be going through some dangerous Moonguile valleys. Looks like the mayor's hut. Let's see if we can find any loot. Okay, seems like we can also carry flames later on. Ah, something between the books. Magnus, Fireburst. So, let's see, Fireburst. Now as you can see, Kaitos can't use Fireburst, so this sort of points, this foreshadows that we should be getting a mage soon. So. Let's see, anything else? Oh, I think I already opened that bookcase. Someone had written it without a pad. Okay, I didn't know that the leaf marks. Nowhere. Oh, okay, I don't need to see underwear. Okay, so we talk to the mayor now. Oh, you're finally awake. Yes, sir. I guess I've caused you some trouble. I let my guard down, and then, well, sorry about all this. Don't worry about what's already happened, young fella. Feel free to stay in this village to heal your wounds for as long as you need. However, I must strongly insist that you never go near Moonguile Forest again. I've heard rumors of meddlers from Furcat snooping around that forest without permission. And ... Neither you nor those blockheads understand that Moonguile Forest must not be disturbed. An ancient, hideous monster slumbers deep within that forest. These days, even the forest animals seem uneasy. Now is not the time to meddle in places you don't belong. Yeah. Anyone want to bet that Cal's gonna go over there? Or at least I'm gonna lead him there. Boys punching things. Well, I guess that's normal. Okay, so yeah, here is our first, I guess, side quest. Bring this lady some milk, but we have no container right now, so this will have to wait till later. Guess she really likes queens too. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not sure if this game was just stuck in the past sometimes, or maybe it's just a satire. I'll go with satire, but this is an old game, so... Anything else? Oh, okay, dark flare and... keep that thing. Okay, I think I got everything. Let's talk this one lady.
Hello there. Let me guess, you're the young man they found and brought in for the doctor to look at, correct?
I don't know about anyone else, but she sounds somewhat trying to seduce Callus. Maybe it's just me, but she does have that very husky and deep voice.
I know it's exciting to travel on your own, but it's very important to be cautious in a foreign land. Your family must be worried sick about you. The last thing you want to do is worry the ones that love you most. Please, go back to them.
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't have anyone to go back to. They're all gone.
I'm sorry to hear that. But if that's the case, you really need to keep your eyes open, because I know there's someone in this world, someone who is waiting for you.
Waiting? Waiting for me?
Yes, indeed. Someone who needs you, and someone you will come to need. That someone, somewhere in this world, is living day by day just as you are.
Sounds like love, I guess.
Neither of you know how important you are to each other. Yet, in time, you will come to know. Such is the way of the world. You'll understand when the time comes. By the way, why don't you take this with you? It's one of my special recipes. Don't be bashful.
Alright, medium shish kebab. I'll take that. Thank you, old lady.
Oh,
with
thanks.
the deep voice.
You're most welcome. Remember, be cautious and take care of yourself, young man.
Okay, she started off really strong, but it seems like she toned it down quite a bit at the end. Alright, and after we talk to them, what are you saying?
Good day to you! Don't let the rural surroundings mislead you. We only carry Magnus of the utmost quality. Remember, a Magnus is created by extracting the Magna essence of an object from its physical property and sealing it in a card. How would you feel if you opened up a Magnus and the object crumpled in your hands? You wouldn't be too happy, my friend. Am I right? Never forget rule number 1. Buy your Magnus from a decent source, from people you can trust. In other words, us. Our Magnus are as fresh as can be.
I don't know how you can get a sword any fresher, but alright.
Believe me, our goods will satisfy. you're a lucky man, as we're currently having a sales promotion. Prices don't get any cheaper than this. Come on in. Take a look, take your pick.
Okay, so this is obviously the store. Ouch, man, if she hear that. I guess getting swept off your feet by a wealthy merchant is a romantic daydream everyone has here, huh? So, this is a shop. You can either sell or buy. And let's see what's there to buy first. Well, there's a few long swords, which definitely look good. Has defense cards I can't use, bamboo shoots for health. So, okay, so kind of like a wheat crackers. Looks like they're kind of like the Phoenix Downs of this game. And kebabs, which I guess, the only thing to buy, so we'll stock up on those just in case. And let's see. As you can see, we bought those kebabs for 30 gold a piece. You can see now that the price to sell them back is 1 gold, and everything else is also pretty similar. 2 gold, 2 gold, 1 gold, 1 gold, 1 gold. I remember that the wheat crackers were, you could buy them for 300 gold. Well, you can only sell them back for 3 gold, so you definitely can't make a whole bunch of money by selling Magnus, even old ones that you bought from the store. There's also a Rest Your Wings. Yeah, that's like an inn. It's kind of interesting that this game, I guess this is an old game mechanic where everything is fairly redundant. I think newer games, the save point is also a heal point, but in these older games, you also have separate location to heal, as well as save your. You have 2 places to You have this place to heal, and then you have that flower in order to save the game. But considering we haven't done any battles yet, we'll just leave. And who does this look like? As you can see, she's very different from the characters around her. Notice her very bright colors, kind of like Kaitos, where she's red and he's blue. Oh, excuse me a bit, I have to pause the game. Sorry about that. So let's talk to...
Are you a traveler too? I came to see the ancient ruins in the woods near here. How about you?
Me? Well,
Oh, we got her butt kicked. I wonder if she is one of the meddlers from Furcat though, that the town mayor was referring to.
I have to go.
I guess she does have an entourage, so someone important.
Bye, little guy. See ya, Mimai.
I have a name, you know. C-E-D-R. Cedar.
I do like how this game, they just randomly voice non-important characters. It just gives it a little bit more flavor to it.
They're crazy, huh, Mimai? Why bother going all the way down there just to see some stupid old ruins? Nobody in this village will even go near those woods. They say it's cursed or something.
Yep, sounds like the meddlers from Furcat.
I hope they don't get jumped by wild animals out there, like someone else did.
Oh, that's good.
yeah, really. Ancient ruins in Moonguile Forest, eh? why don't we go have a look ourselves?
Isn't that why we went there in the first place? Although Kaitos did say that he went there because he got lost.
Alrighty. Let's go have a look at Moonguile Forest, shall we?
Yep, staring at the screen.
Check out those ancient ruins. The villagers seem to have a fear of the woods, but I think they're making a big deal out of nothing.
If anyone actually saw Kaitos doing this, they probably think he does have a mental problem. It's not amnesia, but something else definitely.
Mere superstition, I tell you. Hey, relax. You won't catch me off guard this time.
Okay, and this is the world map. Getting a little hard to see. That's the Moonguile Valley south end, so that would probably lead to Furcad. As you can see, there's a city just north of it. But looks like we'll be going west to Moonguile Forest first. And can I save out here? Yes, so I can save out here. I'll just save. I do like to save for whatever reason. Just to be safe. Ah, our first enemies. Excellent.
You're dead.
And now, here's probably one of the most interesting things about the game is its battle system. As you can see, everything is a card, and there are numbers on top of them. If you can make a straight, which is like a 1, 2, 3, then you do extra damage. Or if you do like, you can connect 8s and 8s and 8s, you can do extra damage. Right now we don't have anything, and we'll just go and beat these guys into the ground. Alright, so easy. And after every turn of battle, that pop-up does occur. So you can see, you know, we block damage. We also have a water elemental resistance because of that ice armor. And we took 0 damage, which is good. Okay, nothing too good, but we'll go with green bananas and a camera.
Ha! Gotcha.
So as you can see, because I use 2 8s, it's 2 cards of the same value. So I do 10% more damage, which in this case is pretty poor since I only have an initial damage of 8. But I do get to take a picture. And unfortunately I have no defense cards, so I'm going to take that 4 damage to the face. So saber, short sword. Okay, if I use that 5, then I would have gone 6.
That was way too easy.
Time to claim the loot. Select one Magnus from the list displayed to the left. Any Magnus displayed to the right will automatically be picked up as important. If you don't feel like picking up any of the Magnus on the left, press the B screen button to exit the screen. Okay, I can't use that as Kaitos, so I'll probably skip that, and we'll go with the Shawra picture I took earlier. And as I told you before in the previous episode, this is the only way to gain an acceptable amount of money. So this is probably going to be important that I take many pictures. And what do I get from this nice little chest? Voice. Okay. So what does voice do? So voice 1, the character taunts the enemy. A level 1 taunt adds a 5% prize included in a combo attack. So if I use an attack and then I use the voice card, I gain 5% extra damage. But considering I can only combo 2 cards together, it's kind of a waste considering that my highest attack is 12 right now, and 5% of 12 is pretty much going to be rounded up to 1, so I will skip that for now. In the future it might be really good where you don't necessarily want, you might be doing hundreds of damage. But right now, it's not really worth it, so we will skip that. And we'll fight our next enemy.
Let's get it on.
Yay, green bananas again. Oh, this is, wow, it's better than a short sword. 16 damage is enough. I might turn this off. There is an option to just have a pop-up rather than this big screen. Once we get settled in an area, surround shield. No damage, yes. So, let's do a 1, a 2. Alright, 38 damage with that 2 straight.
Time to collect the loot.
A short sword, yay, I don't have enough of those already, huh? Do I? No, I got plenty of those. Don't think I need them. So specific number, it's a 1. I already have a 1, so 1, 2. I will just leave it. Seems like our deck is pretty decent for now. I don't need to add any more junk to it. And there's a fellow sitting here, so what do you say? The forest has become quite a dangerous place these days. You better heed my advice if you want to make it out of here in one piece. So how about it? Are you going to ask me for advice? Sure, I guess. Well, Mouse, what should we ask this guy about? So, I've already pretty much talked about all this, but I think there's one thing that I haven't explained very well because we really haven't had to do it much, so we'll just go with... No, actually, yeah, we'll go with defense first. Don't get caught standing around like a slug on defense, you should protect yourself. And as you did see, those monsters, when it's their turn, they attack on their own. And if you're actually not fast enough to pull up a defense card, then they will just attack and you won't be able to defend. So you do have to have somewhat fast reflexes, or at least you have to be prepared and kind of remember your hand and what you want to use to defend yourself with. It's not difficult, just use a defense Magnus for when an attack hits you. Yeah. You get the same number of chances to guard as the number of enemy attacks, okay? Also mind the elements. It's no use guarding against a fire attack with a fire Magnus. Okay, so this is pretty important. To guard against an attack with fire element, you use a water Magnus. So, as the guy says, using a water Magnus to protect against a water attack won't do anything. You have to use the opposite element, which is, I'm not sure it's counterintuitive, but it does throw it for a loop a little bit. So you have to use the opposite elements to kill the effect, okay? So let me give you a big hint. Everything is turned by combo versus combo. Many things are determined only after the combo sequence ends. What I'm trying to say is that damage is never determined until a combo finishes. Kinda interesting, isn't it? This means you don't necessarily have to choose a water Magnus exactly after the fire attack. You gotta think about the combo units. Just lower the final combo damage to close to 0 as possible and you'll be fine. So, what this means is that, say we have an enemy with 5 attacks, and let's say they're all really weak attacks though. It means that if we have one very strong defense card, we can actually counter all the damage from those 5 attacks as long as the defense value of our one card is higher than all 5 of his combined. So that'll be pretty important in the future, or even now, if you don't want to waste defense cards. But sometimes when I played 2 defense cards with when those little bad things attacked twice, even though they did no damage, I want to kind of want to burn my hand because it's so small at the moment that if I don't burn 2 defense cards, that means I'm guaranteed to have at least 1 defense card in my hand and might not have enough weapon cards to kill the enemy in 1 round. So that's why I was burning 2 defense cards even though I really didn't need to against those bats. Okay. And I won't ask him about the attack, but the attacks also are similar in that if you use a fire sword and a water sword, the water and fire damage will cancel each other out, and you will be doing less damage. So you do have to be careful about that, and the game doesn't warn you in any way. And although it's not noticeable right now, once you start picking cards, you do have a time limit. Once your attack animation ends, your turn is considered over. So you want to be making those decisions on the fly, or you want to be making your deck so that your elemental attacks don't counteract each other. And let me just show you something. We have these normal short swords, sabers, and long swords, which are 4, 8, and 12 attack. But as you can see here, the ice dagger is 23 attack. 14 of it is water, but that just goes to show you how much more powerful elemental attacks are. So if you use them correctly, you can do a whole bunch of damage, but use them incorrectly with like a fire sword, and you're probably doing nothing. So let's get on to the fighting.
You're dead.
Oh yay, see this is what I mean. Got nothing. Okay, I will just burn a card then, because I can do nothing else. 1 and a 2. And as you can see, I did block the 21 offense that he had, but because I did not have a water defense card, his fire damage did do 2 damage. But as you can see, if you can put straights together, you can actually block the total damage. It's just that 11% of 2 is 0.2, so it's probably it did round down. Alright, so let's get it on. So we have a 3 and we have a 4. Oh, not enough to kill it. 20 damage. Oh great. So we got no defense cards. Gonna take that right to the face. And 23 damage is quite a bit, considering that I only start with like 130 HP. So as you can see, I have a bamboo shoot. I can actually give it to the enemy, which is a bad idea, of course. But again, the game has no warning system to tell you, oh, you're about to use a healing item on the enemy. So let's just finish this guy off. 5 and a 6. Looks like 2 short swords. And that's it.
Not bad.
Okay, a small knife. Not much as a weapon, but its sharp edge can cut fairly well. Perfect size for shaving ice or woodland wood. Now this is one thing I never was good at. There are some Magnus that you can combine together during your turn when you're playing, or when you're fighting, and it will create like a combo Magnus. Never been good at them, but I'll try to do a few in this game if it comes up. So this is probably an important part where you want some fire. I guess I'll just clear out these enemies now.
Don't be thinking you can beat. Time to collect the loot.